One of the things I'm really looking to do is start really going through and defining what leftism or leftists should look like in America. And so I think one of the things that we should be doing better is actually creating definitions for what we mean about these things and educating what these definitions are. One of the things for me about advocating for being a leftist is about advocating for true systemic change, right? I think far too often we take too much time in trying to find these great leaders that we think is going to change anything rather than going through and aiming to create this like truly more equitable society. It means that we need to take more time prioritizing the needs of the working class, advocating for public ownership of, the resources and the means of production. And we need to ensure that the wealth and power are not solely in the hands of a few, but is more evenly distributed. So in the US, what we typically consider to be leftist is more centrist on the global scale. Policies that we see as being radical here in the United States are like universal health care, like free college, are standard in a lot of other different countries. And so part of understanding true leftism is recognizing like that Overton window of what is considered mainstream and where the America has shifted to the right. What that looks like for America is we find ourselves really unable to define what the left is, and so I think we need to take the time to learn what left is and hold all the people that we keep trying to put into positions of power accountable to what left is. And where current policies are continuing to fall short on like what we really want these things to do, I think we have fallen into the trap in America where we're just trying to stave off the bad thing in hopes that we will eventually have time to get where we want to go. So I think we have to be willing to admit that it's not just about going through and trying to hopefully get power. Like, we need to make sure that every single person that steps into any position is not being given power just because they speak a good game, right? They have to truly hold to leftist values. They're not actually moving and saying, we want universal health care, or we want free colleges, or we want to go through and undo capitalism. You're just contributing to the system continuing to play the game. We have to be willing, as the party of the left, we have to be ones where we're not just sitting here thinking about harm reduction, but really envisioning a world and a future where everyone can go through and collaborate within this and actually thrive.